The biggest and best IFSC season in history came to a close today in the Slovenian mountain town of Kranj. Janja Garnbret had already claimed the 2016 title of Lead World Cup champion, but the men's crown was still available to three climbers, Jakub Schubert, Roman de Grange and Domen Skofic. Jakub fell low on the final route, as did Roman, meaning that when Domen emerged to rapturous applause from the local crowd, he knew that he was already the champion for the year. He wanted the win though and fought hard on the extremely tough men's final route, only to fall a couple of moves after the section that stopped Jakub and Roman. Having skipped the World Cup in China in October, Sebastian Halenka came into this event on the back of a big training block, and he looked in great form from the start of the qualifiers onwards. He carried that form into the final and ended up being the only man to reach the top third of the route, thereby claiming his first ever World Cup win, a result with which he was understandably delighted.
Well, I mean, I cannot even describe my feelings at all. It's my ever first victory in a World Cup. I mean, I did so much in order to do this. I really trained hard for that competition. But when I fell at the place where I fell, I had no idea what it was going to be enough for. I was really hoping that it would be for sure enough for a podium, but that it was even enough for a victory. Wow, I have no words. I'm so unbelievable happy, and to be honest, I don't really get it yet what actually just happened.
So as Sebastian won this evening, Domen was then crowned 2016 Lead World Cup champion.
For sure, I mean, for me, for this year, the expectations were, my goal was to be on the podium at the end of the year, so I surpassed my goal just before, 2 counts before the end. I was at least second, so, but of course I didn't want to give away my victory, and I was for sure very nervous before this comp. But I just can't believe I pulled it off.
The final men's podium of the evening saw Sean McColl crowned IFSC combined champion for the year, ahead of Jakub Schubert in second and Kokura Fuji in third.
The combined title is really important to me because of the inclusion of sport climbing in the Olympics. The combined title makes up of the three disciplines, bouldering, lead, and speed, and I'm really happy to have won it for actually the second time in my career.
Competition in the women's event was tough, with all the usual suspects making the final, along with Hannah Schubert making her first appearance in the final, and Yuka Kobayashi climbing in the last event before her retirement. Janja Garnbret had already been crowned 2016 Lead World Cup champion before this event, but she strode out onto the stage looking to seal a dominant year with yet another win. Unfortunately for the crowd, who were desperate to see her top the route, she slipped half a dozen moves in the top and had to settle for third this evening. Akiya Noguchi, meanwhile, has been looking very impressive in recent Lead World Cups and performed superbly here in the early rounds. She set a new high point in the final and then could only watch to see if anyone could improve on it. Anna Verhoeven, so often second to Janja this year, smelled the opportunity for a second World Cup win of 2016 and duly took her chance. As ever, she was controlled, composed and calculating, and although she wasn't able to claim a top, she did more than enough to take victory, progressing 7 moves further up the route than anyone else.
Yeah, I wasn't sure that I was going to win, of course, because Janja is so strong. But yeah, that's how it is now. I would like to talk to her and see how she was feeling, because I think she fell too early.
So Anak follows her win in Arco with one here, more than enough to claim her second in the standings for this season, behind a frankly unstoppable Janja Garnbret.
Yeah, it's been an amazing year, so I'm not quite disappointed about my performance here. But still, it would be nice to win in front of the home public, but still, I won the overall, so I'm not even disappointed.
So the year of Janja is over. What will 2017 bring? We'll be back in April with a new season to answer that very question.